Okay, well, that was exciting. Hopefully we can get restarted now. Lordy, lordy. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. So apparently YouTube and Mevo are not playing together anymore. So we're just going to go the old-fashioned way. Right? So we'll just go the old-fashioned way. Not a problem. Okay. You might be able to see it better this way anyways. All right, so this one was on the bottom. So I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to kind of pull it up top. All right, like that. I just kind of get them in order. And then do my ruffle. Is it doing that? Okay. Like that. There we go. Awesome. I'm glad you made it to live. Y'all, I am telling you what. Facebook and YouTube have been tripping lately. I don't know what the deal is, but none of them like to play with each other anymore. All right, so let's put this lavender. And they will get kind of caught on each other sometimes. All right, so we'll put the lavender on the top. Okay. Then I'm just fluffing them out. So this is the thinner mesh. So when you use the thinner mesh, it's a little bit better if you kind of put several together. Then you don't see as much. Okay. So now we'll do, and it does kind of get a little tangled, but don't worry about it too much. You'll be able to get through it. And it does come out really cute. So I'll do these three together. And when you're doing it, make sure that you're getting those ends tucked in so you don't get odd poofs. You can kind of do that as you're pulling them out. Like that. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's go back to white up top. I've tried this on the mesh roller and it really doesn't work out very well just because of the way that you have to kind of pull them around. But if you're just going to stack them on top of each other, you can. Then by all means, put them on your mesh roller and go to town. All right. And I have it kind of the same, but I'm going to fix it. All right. There we go. Here we go. Like that. All right. So let me see if I can find y'all so I can keep track of what the comments are saying. All right. There it is. Okay. All right. All right, so then I'm going to do this one. So I'm just kind of moving them around. They'll behave more than you think they will. I'm not making a large poof. I'm making a pretty small one. So let's put the white in the center. Like that. So you see how you're kind of getting different colors as you go around. All right, let's do the dark color on the top again. They do get tangled up a little bit, but don't worry, you'll be able to get it out. Don't try to fight with it, just pull it up and keep going. That's just the best way that I've found. All right, so we're back to the top, to the beginning. So we're going to go up top. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I like to take a zip tie and pull it up top like this. I'm going to open all these up first. All right. So I will take all three and I'll pull it straight up and go right before this tie and then tie it on. Okay, and then I'll start the same thing up top. Okay, so I'll just do my 1, 2, 3. Put it down. Spread them out. Like that. Okay. Alrighty. And you can maneuver them as you're getting ready to spread it, to do your next poof. Like that. There we go. Okay. So open it up. There we go. And I'll get all of the links and everything moved over to this new one. I'll try to get these two to merge together. So, yeah, apparently they have changed and you are not to live stream from Mevo more than 15 minutes. So that's new. They're always making something different, aren't they? Okay. They must be in negotiations for something. Okay. So what are y'all thinking? Do you like it? Oh, I am streaming from my webcam right now. So I just kind of changed it around. Luckily, I am prepared for all scenarios. So it just takes a minute to switch over to a different one. Okay. It seems very messy, but it's really not bad on the ground. Okay. So all I'm doing is really switching which order they go in so that I can kind of bring out each color. Like this. Whoops, I switched those two. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll do white on top again. Now you can just stack all three together and do it that way. And you can pull them out and get a pretty similar look. So if this seems too complicated, just do that. It's going to be pretty close. Okay, we're almost at the beginning again. All right, so let's do the darker purple. Okay. The trick is to get all three together straight and then make your poof and put it down. As long as you do that, the rest of it will work out. Then you just kind of stack them together. And that's it. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do white on the top this time. That's it. This is going to be the last one. Okay. Here it is. All righty. There we go. All right, so now I'll just trim these off. And they're really not tangled, even though they look like they are. So you can just pick it up. See? I roll them up, save them for later. Okay. So we'll do that. I'll move these other two. I'll roll this up here. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull it around the back and tie it down. So I get this question all the time, whether you can do poof with 10-inch, and you can. You can even do three together. So what are we thinking? Isn't that cool how you can see all the different colors? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our really pretty ribbons. See how pretty these are? Look at that. Oh, I love these. Okay. So I'm going to put the rose and the purple together. Just going to get the center. All right, make sure you get that little tuck under. All right, and then we'll start over here. I'm not going to open the tie. I'm just going to put it in. Make sure you can see it. Then I'm just going to kind of spread them out like that. Okay. These are all cut at 10 inches. I'm sorry, 12 inches. These are all cut at 12 inches with my perfect tail board. Okay. And I will strategically put ribbons wherever I see like an area that I think needs to be kind of fluffed out. Come on, join them. We'd love to have you in the groups. I tell you what, we did a whole call on Etsy It's amazing how much things change over time, you know? They just love to make things different, don't they? Okay. So remember, the sign came from Burlap Boutique. She has a website, and it's spelled B-O-W, and you know, for the bow. So Burlap Bow, B-O-W-T-I-Q-U-E. I thought it was pretty clever. She sells lots of stuff besides just the wreath signs, but she does make, I mean, these are hand painted. How pretty is that? I love this thing. You know, I freaked out when I saw it. Purple! Okay, so I just keep spreading out my ribbons. You could also take some little purple flowers and put them, woot. So we'll look at that when we get closer. All right. Y'all see okay? Okay. Da, 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 da. You ever get a song stuck in your head and you just cannot get it out? Oh, just hate it when it does that stuff. It's doing that to me today. Okay. Now, a lot of times I will pull my ribbons at the bottom out to the front, but with this one, I'm actually going to kind of spread it out so that it'll cover any little spots or gaps I have. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, if they're going to do problems with Mevo, I'll put my extra cameras up and we'll do it that way. Makes no difference to us. It's all the same. Thank you. I like it. I love purple. I am always loving the purple. Ever since I was a little girl, I had a purple bedroom. Everything in it was purple. Comforter. They didn't have purple carpet back then, so I had pink carpet, which pink is not my favorite, but it was close enough. I had a purple phone, like a purple radio. See, y'all can't even see Bella. I might have to move camera so y'all can see her. She is doing better. We've just been watching what she's getting into. We think she just got into something. We don't really know what it was. She's sacked out on the couch, of course. Okay. There we go. So we got the bottom done. You see? All right, let's do the top. All right. So we'll just spread them out. We won't be able to see those pretty ribbons. Okay. Remember just to put your hand under there and get it to go where you want it to go. There we go. Alrighty. Y'all, if there's someone being rude, just ignore it. It's not going to bother me. Sometimes you just have to keep going. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's not going to hurt my feelings. So don't stress. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Da, 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 da. It's kind of weird looking at myself on the side. This is a little bizarre. I'm going to have to rearrange my room a little bit, I think. That's okay. Not a biggie. I could do it. Won't be the first time I rearranged it to get in the camera. I like the colors too. I'm a big purple fan. I kind of like that it's just like really two colors, just different shades of one. I just like that. It's not really monochromatic, but it's still very pretty. And it's still just the three colors. Okay. Okay, doesn't want to lay that right. Let's do it this way. There we go. Sometimes you just have to show them who's boss. Sometimes they don't like to listen. Owl says she doesn't get along with ribbon, which is really funny. Okay. There we go. So we got all our ribbon on. Woo! Aren't those colors pretty? Yeah. All right, now. So we could do our sign like down here at the bottom and then do a bow up here. Was kind of what I was thinking. All right, so let me show you all Bella, because you know as soon as I staple this sign, she's going to take off. Look, Bella. Hi, Bella. There she is. I've been cutting all the ribbon for the kids because they're going out Monday. So let's see. Where did I put my oh, here it is. There's my stapler. Let's see. How thick is this? That's pretty thick. I think we'll still do like a little foam or something. Maybe we'll do some felt. Just a tiny little bit. See, this is cool, and this is what you should always do. Put your sign on the back of your, put your card on the back of your sides. Then people know where they got it, because they'll forget later. All right. So I'll just take it, fold it over, get some of my wire. I like the silver wire. It's hard to see. It's a very thin gauge, but it does hold well. So it's 26 gauge. Wire's different. The higher you go, the thinner the wire is. So if someone tells you they use 26 gauge, it's probably fairly thin. If they told you they used 20 gauge, it's thick, really thick. All right, here we go. There she goes. Poor baby. She just hates that so much. All right, so got that one. I'll just twist it on and we're all good. Nothing on the side. Okay. Okay. I'm just cutting enough wire to get down to the frame. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to use part of her sign here. I want to not cover her sign. I mean her card. Well, I wonder if it's too thick with that card there. There we go. So these staples do a lot better the flatter your sign is. Okay? So the flatter the, what I mean is the flatter the stapler is on your sign. So if there's like a little bump or something, it's not going to adhere well. So move your stapler around till you get it nice and flat. Get that right angle. I use very small staples, so I will be sure they don't go through the sign. So they're only like 1/4 inch. So they're not very big. She probably went down to see my mom. Okay. Not a bad idea to have a hammer in your craft room too, because you never know when you might need it. Okay, last one. What's the hardest part of a wreath to y'all? Is it the sign? Is it picking out stuff? Okay. Okay. So see how I just move it around this way and then it's nice and flat on the surface and you get a better contact with it. So there we go. All right. We'll put our sign down here. So I'm just going to take it and kind of hide it back around this little tie and go down around that. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want the sign to go down too far. I'll do this one. The nice thing about these signs is they do really fit nicely in between these ties. All right. All right. So for these, I kind of want to move my ribbon around a little bit so you can still see it like that. Okay. There we go. We'll pull this one up. So I'll lightly tack it on the bottom. I can put it in ties up here. Okay. So I go around, in this instance, I'm going to go right around where a tie is so that I am not disturbing any of the mesh, the poofs, or anything like that. Then I can just kind of refluff stuff after I pull it around. Then we'll flip it over and tack it down well. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we can spread these out. All right. So our sign is right here. Okay. So I've got it tied, and then I'll just tie it around the frame a few times. When you cut this off, make sure that it is not sticking up, because the last thing you want is for it to damage your door or someone else's. So feel around it, make sure it's not poking anywhere. It's actually a very good thing to do before you ship out anything. Test it. Or before you hang it up, just kind of run your hand around this bottom layer and make sure there's not something sharp sticking up, because it can happen pretty easily. All right, so here's the top one. I do wrap it 2 or 3 times because you don't want it to come off later. That stinks. Okay? Okay. So we're about there. Okay. All right, so we have to do our shake test. Oh, it's on there. Woo, those colors are so pretty. All right. Let's do a bow. Want to do a bow? I thought that would be fun. Let's do a bow. Okay. So this is my 4-in-1 from Pro Bow the Hand. Bella, I'm done. I really like this because the pegs stay in really well, so you don't have that problem where they're kind of popping off, and you can fit 50-yard rolls on it, which I also really like. All right, so we're going to start with the ribbons that are on the wreath. Okay, so we'll do, let's do like 9-inch tail. Let's see. I'll go ahead and dovetail this. She doesn't trust me. She's not coming back until I get out of here. Ooh, it's funny. All right, so we'll start with a 6-inch. So what I like to do is I put my finger where the 6-inch mark is on this board. And then you want to put it down and twist so that you have the ugly side up. So that way, when you get to the 6, you can go back over the top and get that. I'm going to put this one up here for now. We're going to do 3. This looks a little short. There we go. 3 6-inch on the bottom. So we've got 1. 2. 3. Make sure that's 6. There we go. Well, actually, that was 2. This is 3. All right. So once I get the 3 on, this last one, you don't have to twist because you're not going to be pulling another loop through. So you just need that 3. All right. Trim off the tail. All right. Now go ahead and spread them out. Okay. So that's the beginning. All right, then let's do the pretty. Or actually, we could do, yeah, let's do the pretty. Okay. So, about 9-inch. I'm not terribly worried about these tails right now because if I need to cut them off shorter, I'll do that towards the end. Okay. All right. So remember, you have to twist it. This is thick canvas. You have to twist it and get that ugly side up. Then pull it over. We're going to do the same size, 6-inch, like that. Twist it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 in between these 2, 1 in between these 2. Okay. Make sure those are the same. Yep. All right. So we're doing 2 of this one. Don't you love this ribbon? I love this ribbon. Okay. Make sure those are the same. Yep. Okay. Then I'll just trim this off. This is an easy way to do it. So it's 3 loops, 2 loops, 1 loop. Okay. Let's see if I can turn it so you can see. This is once again 6-inch. Okay. See why I like this? Because it's like all of the little loops just fit perfectly because they're in between those. I like that. Okay. All right, now we're going to do the 1.5 inch. Now you don't have to do 2.5 inch and then 1.5 inch. You can vary them, but I like to kind of vary it. Sometimes I like them on top, and sometimes I like them in the middle. So we're going to do our tails a little bit longer. All right, put it down. This time we're going to go to 5 inch. So I'm just going to estimate about right there, like that. This one is the same on both sides. No need to twist it. Okay, those are the same. All righty. So 5 inch, 5 inch, 5 inch. So one up there, one in the middle, one right there, one up. All right. So we got 3 again. 3. This will be our 2. Okay, Bella? And that's our 1. Isn't that pretty? All right. So, doesn't matter how long your tail is because we're going to curl these up. All right, so this one has a pretty side and an ugly side, so you got to do that little loop, that little twist. Okay. The great thing about this bow maker is that you can kind of fluff as you're going. So you can kind of move things around as you're going. And it's very inexpensive. So it's not as expensive as getting like Pro Bow. Of course, she makes this, but it's not as costly. I think it's like $15, isn't that right, Mel? Let's see. Bella. It's okay, baby. All right. This one. Come on. Come on. That's a good girl. Okay. We've been forgiven. This one is really cool. So you see it? It's almost like, I'm not even sure what you would call it. It's almost like little broken up pieces. It's really pretty. I got this one from Old Time Pottery. It comes in small amounts, so I usually just use it as like an accent. It is wired. It's almost like webbing, kind of. Just gives it a little oomph. All right, so I'm just gonna do 1 loop right there. I do have to twist this one. Another loop. They're the same size as those. All right, and then I'm just going to do a little center loop. So the center loop will be almost half of that, not quite. So when you do a center loop like this, you want to make sure that you put your tie on this side or else you won't catch that center loop. So I like to use zip ties. They're just easier to deal with. But you can use pipe cleaners. You can use wire. The great thing is that there's no rules and you can do it the way you like. All right, so I'll squash it down enough to get the tie on just a little bit. Pull it out. See how nice and tight it is in there? All right, put that away. Okay, so you can see where it was in the bow maker. So I just kind of maneuver it over there, bring it around back. I'll start to tighten it, but before I'm totally tightened, I will kind of pull these out a little bit. So I want to put these 3 right there, and then put these 2 in between them. It's just a little bit easier if you go ahead and do it before you tighten it totally. Then I'll spread these 3 out, these 2 in between them. I'm going to pull these in the front, right there. All right. Okay. Ah, there's the third one. I was saying, where's the third one? Okay. I want the long tails to go down in the front. Okay. This. Okay, so let's make sure we got the long tails down in the front, like that. Okay, then we're going to get some wire. I like to use a little bit thicker gauge with the bow because it holds it better. So this is a 20 gauge. Remember I told you the lower you get, the thicker it is. This is 20 gauge. See how much thicker it is than this 26? You see the difference? So it makes a big difference. All right. Just put it in. Right like that. Tighten it. You want it to be super tight. Then we'll trim it off. I like to tie it one good time. Okay. Now we'll really fluff. So stick your fingers in there and get them all nice and juicy. Juicy bow. Okay. I especially like it when you fluff these. You start making them stand up. See that center one? So it covers where we put that zip tie. That's perfect. So we don't have to do an extra step to cover it. That's why I like to do that. There we go. Okay. Now, so this is down. So we're going to put it right up here. Okay. Trick to the bow. Where's the other wire? There it is. If you want it to stand up high, you want to tie it around the poof. If you want it to kind of be level with your wreath, you tie it in where the tie is. So that just makes a difference. This kind of gives it a little bit more fluffy than this. So we're going to kind of tie it around that poof. And we'll just kind of sneak it back there. Tie it in. So you want to tie it so that it's going to stay in place, but you don't want to squash anything either. There we go. All right, so now we'll just kind of spread things out again. Take your hands and pull them under those ribbons to make it do that pretty little curl. All right, let's fluff all these up. Okay, get those back up. What are we thinking? Do we like the bow? right, so now I'll take these and I'll just curl them up. You can make them do the little curly cue, or you can just leave them curled. It's really up to you. I kind of like to curl them up and have them kind of poof out like this. Somehow I got one really longer than the other. It's going to be okay though. All right. Here we go. So I don't want it to cover the sign, so I'll be careful, make sure it's not covering the sign. But I want it to have some personality and movement. The pretty thing is that when you get it on a door, then these are kind of moving around in the wind. Let me lift this up a tad. There it is. So you could also take little, you know, like little roses and kind of put it in around the bow. Or you could put it in like this. See, that's cute. Do you really struggle with bows? You know what? Bows, it's just a matter of you just keep working with them and it gets better and better. So don't give up just because it's gotten hard. Thank you. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to move this over here so I can see what y'all are saying. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So did y'all have any questions that I missed? I wonder if I can switch cameras. I don't think so. Interesting. I'll have to figure that out because this is a new way to stream, so this is a little bit different. Thank you. Thank y'all. You want to see what I got the kit together. It's going out tomorrow. I'll give you a little peek. It's the 21-inch mesh. Let me get this kind of centered on me so I'm not like, it's these three. See, aren't those pretty? And then the little bee sign, a black mesh. It has a black frame, which I don't know where that went. It's over there somewhere. And then a bee. Da-da-da. This one goes the whole thing. So, and they're going out tomorrow. We had a small delay in the sign, so we're I may have some left. I just have to wait and see when the signs get here and I pack everything up. I do think I do have a few extras. And then, of course, June 1st, I'll open it for the I don't know what I did. Oh, this is what we're doing in June. How cool is that? It's an oval. I mean, hello. I love it. And that one's going to have two 21-inch mesh. So it's going to be good. And I promise I'll get it out on time. What was the wreath on the back of the couch? Oh, this is one I was working on earlier. It's exactly the same method. It's just different colors of mesh. It's turquoise, black, and purple. I have a sign that's turquoise, black, and purple. I love sunflowers. And it's going to have a sunflower ribbon in with it. So that'll be cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Woo! Y'all, I'm hot. I get hot in this room. I have all these lights like over me so that y'all can see the table, and it gets a little warm in here. All right, so did y'all have any questions that I missed? So this sign was made special for me. So you won't be able to order it without getting the kit, but the kits are fun. They're a lot of fun. Oh, I tell you what you do to store leftover mesh. So what you do is you get, you know those umbrella bags that are in the store when you first walk in? You just put them down in those umbrella bags. This is driving me crazy. Let me take this down. I can't. I have to actually. Okay, there. That's better. So you take the umbrella bags and you just get it, and they're that plastic, and you just put it down in there. You can put like a couple if it's 10-inch, and then you can stack them on each other and they don't stick together. So they're really nice. So the mesh we did on this wreath is 10-inch. The mesh that's in the kit, there's one 21, one 10-inch, and the new kit will be two 21-inch. Yeah. So, woo, Lordy. Those are just messages coming in. Absolutely. No. So the way that my kits are going to work, just so y'all know, so I'll see, you can see one of my lights up there. I'll put them on sale on the 1st, and then they'll stay on sale until the 15th, and then at the 15th, I'll close them out. And yeah, she's sitting over there, and I will start packing them. So they'll go out. If I have all the supplies in early, I'll start sending them out. But the way the shipping works around here, it's not usually that fast. So I have to have a pretty good idea of how many are going to order before I can place my order. So, yeah. Awesome, Mel. Yeah, and so we'll ship them out. We'll start shipping them out tomorrow, and then we'll probably do the B kit on Sunday. So that way, yes, you can order more than one. You sure can. You can order as many as you want. So it's not a subscription. So by ordering one, you're not like locked into anything. It's just strictly which ones you want, which ones you don't want. So, aw, thank you, Connie. Oh, and hey, y'all, don't worry about anything that you're trying to say to defend me. I'd never get upset about stuff. Okay, so y'all don't stress. I promise. I'm one of those people that it takes a really lot to make me mad, and even when I'm mad, it lasts about that long. So don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. I know. Can you believe that? I can't believe Memorial Day is like right here. Oh, thank you, Ladybug Nelson, because this is Owl. Owl's new, and she is helping me out and helping me answer the comments, which is very helpful. So awesome. I'm glad you like them. Oh. Aw. Thank you, Roxanne. I am trying to work on having one that's a subscription, but it takes a lot of setup. So, you know, it's just, it's a time factor. Oh, don't worry. It's not the first time I've seen rude comments. It's just part of being, you know, when you're on live, that's just part of it. And you have to understand that they're not really I don't know, they may just be unhappy or something. They just need attention or whatever. So can't worry about that stuff. It all works out in the wash. Yes, so if you leave comments on my videos, I do answer them throughout the week. And holy cow, that's terrible. 70 miles. Yeah. Listen, it happens. Sometimes the kids get on here and they just go a little wild. It's okay. You know, it's fine. They're just kids being kids. Okay, so I see that you're going to go live at Glam Girl and you're nervous. So I'm going to tell you, everyone is nervous when they start out. I was terrified. As a matter of fact, I think my very first live, I made the boys stand with me, and they really didn't like it. But you know what? If you're really nervous, start out by just showing something on your hands. And just remember, it's just you and a camera, right? So you're not really standing in front of a room full of people. I mean, there are people there and you are talking to them. But I think it's better just to remember that you're just essentially talking to yourself. So just act like you're talking to your friend or trying to explain something to one of your buddies. And then you'll start to, you know, calm down after you've done it. I don't know what was said. I'm not worried about it, so don't stress. Yes, and make sure you tell us when you're going live because we'll come support. We like to support. Ooh, I like white daisies. I pretty much like all flowers, but I don't know. I think daisies are my favorite. Girl, you got it. My scissors, these scissors are Fiskars scissors. Fiskars. Y'all, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. I got them at Walmart. So, yeah. It's very much like the Easy Bow Maker. It's the same thing. It's just, it's a little bit bigger. So, and the things stay down there a little bit better. You did? Awesome. Creatively Hers uploaded her first video today. Woo! That's awesome. I was absolutely terrified of starting my business like everybody is, okay? I mean, you know, you get nervous because it's new and it's different. And I'm a CPA, so I had my own CPA firm for like 8 years. I was more nervous about starting a wreath business than I was about opening my own CPA firm. So, hey, who knows? I just don't know. Yeah. Don't worry about it, Tony. It's all right. So, yeah, see, y'all, Sue just started her lives, and so did Mel. So proud of them. Awesome. Your first 2 wreaths. That is awesome. Wonderful. Aw, thank you, Connie. That is so cool. Awesome, awesome. All right, y'all. Well, this was fun. So, yeah, if you do have questions after this, just make sure you put it in the comments, and I'll come back. I always answer all comments. It might not be right away, but I do answer them. Don't worry, Carl. It's all good. It's all good. I had a kid come on one time and he said some pretty funny stuff. So it's all right. It's no big deal. But, you know. Thank you, Janet. Well, you know what? There's no sense in stressing about it, and there's no sense in getting upset. I tell my friends that all the time. They don't always feel that way, but for me, you know, it's okay. Thank you. I like that, Ginger. That's awesome. You have a hard time making the bows? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of dating there on my you can either find them on hardworkingmom.com or hardworkingmomstore.com. Hey, Laura Jean. So that's where they're listed. I'll be opening up a new one here shortly. Hopefully I'll have a few more of these left. I think I will. So, all right. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'm going to go turn all these lights off because whew. I have a video on how to make a bunch of bows by hand. I would check that out. Well, you know what? I live with 2 generations in my house. I have to stay calm. It's just part of the territory. Yeah. Awesome. Who are you sending snow? Yeah, they should help you because there's some ways that you can do it without having to do the twisting. This makes it a lot easier. You're right, I have 3 generations. I wasn't counting myself. That's funny. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful night. And thanks for being patient with me as we had a little issue with that whole weird video ending thing. I'll download these and smash them together and put them back up. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And I will see y'all, Wednesday. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Bye, y'all.